August 2018 was honestly a fairly good month for Mac gaming.
We are victorious!
This time around we have a few bigger budget games that came to our platform, but also some smaller indie games that are still fantastic. August is known to be a good time for new Mac games, so let's see what we've got here. So without further ado, here are the top 10 new Mac games of August 2018. Starting at number 10, we have 7 Billion Humans. This game is the follow-up to the award-winning Human Resource Machine, which is a very popular game on macOS. This new entry definitely has better puzzles that have more of a variety, and the plot makes even more sense this time, which is a good thing. 7 Billion Humans is all about a people-powered puzzle where you direct groups of humans to solve programming challenges. It sounds unfun on paper, but trust me, it is actually very fun, addicting, and challenging. If you loved Human Resource Machine, which I know many of you did, this new entry is precisely what you need. I would suggest, however, playing the original game first. Number 9 is TerraTech. Here we have an open-world sandbox adventure game. Players can design and build their own creations by a mix of crafting, combat, and discovery. It has a very similar style to Warcraft, but offers a much bigger sandbox environment that honestly works in its favor. There is a campaign here, but you can also fight other players online. I love the game's customization options. You can make a complete badass vehicle with different gun attachments, upgraded wheels, compartments to help you collect resources, and much more. You must also just keep your creation safe from other threats, or else you face the risk of losing everything you worked for, and wouldn't that suck? It's a good game. Why not check it out, is what I say. Number 8, we have Overcooked 2. To be honest, I was a little surprised when this game was released for Mac. I didn't have any reason to believe it would, but here it is. I loved playing the first one on my PS4 with my friends, so I was excited to give it a go on my Mac. It has a lot of the same gameplay as the original, but now has online matches, which was really missing in the first game. If you haven't played any Overcooked game, well, you and up to 4 players can journey across different levels that offer different cooking challenges. You must create different meals like sushi, cakes, burgers, or pizzas. While I had fun playing Overcooked 2, the first game was more challenging and had better levels in my opinion, but I'm still happy they decided to port the second game to macOS. By the way, word of caution, the first game isn't on macOS, only the second. Number 7 is Unavowed. I've got a new adventure experience for you guys. The good thing is that most Macs can run this game, as it has very low requirements. It has a strange story about a demon possessing the main character, making them murder and kill people through New York City. Then a group called Unavowed who stop evil are the main character's salvation, saving this guy or something like that, I don't know. Players can choose a male or a female protagonist and can experience 3 playable origin stories. If you've been waiting for a decent point-and-click game, you won't need to look anymore, guys. This is one of the best point-and-click experiences to come our way for a while. Number 6, we have Airship Conquer the Skies. This one has you creating steampunk airships. You can fly them into battle, waging war and conquering the skies. It is insanely fun, guys, and so many others agree, giving this game overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. You'll have to be creative and use your skill when designing and building your airships. You should aim to find an edge with your design so you can more easily defeat your opponents. This can be done by applying modules, weapons, armor types, structures, etc. You can experience battles offline or online, that part is up to you. Also, don't let the graphics of this game deceive you or put you off. This game has great building elements, smooth combat, epic music, lots of modes, and Steam Workshop support. Number 5 is World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. World of Warcraft has received a new expansion. Just remember, this expansion requires a subscription or a copy of the full game. Anyway, Battle of Azeroth takes place after the events of the previous expansion. It brings new zones to explore, bosses to face, new raids and dungeons, new races, and a new level cap of 120. There are actually 6 new playable races featured in this expansion, which include Light-Forged Draenei, I think, Terran, Nightborn, and Void Elf. I think I pronounced something wrong there. To be honest, it is awesome that a game this old, originally released back in 2004, is still going strong with a passionate community and regular game updates. This expansion has fairly decent requirements, meaning Macs from 2013 onwards should be able to run it. Number 4, we have Dead Cells. Dead Cells has officially left early access. If you didn't know, this game was only recently ported to the macOS operating system, being June 2018. That was when it was still in early access. I'm very happy it's here because it's an amazing roguelike action platformer. Players can explore a sprawling, ever-changing castle and will be challenged along the way. The gameplay is very brutal and difficult. For example, there are no checkpoints here. But even if it is challenging, that is why so many Mac gamers love playing Dead Cells. By the way, after leaving early access, the game now includes the following: 13 levels, different bosses, 90 plus weapons and skills, 4 special power-ups, and a great combat system. Number 3 is State of Mind. First of all, this game looks gorgeous. It has such a unique art style that makes everything pop. But I'm going to be honest, some of you won't enjoy playing this game. The gameplay is quite slow, and for the most part is really just like an interactive novel. You have to walk from one place to another whilst interacting with the environment before continuing on. It does have a decent story and a cool futuristic setting. It takes place in Berlin 2048, where the world is on the brink by lack of resources, illness, and crime, stuff like that. State of Mind has fairly demanding requirements, which means you'll need a new Mac to run it well. Number 2, we have LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Thanks to Feral Interactive, we finally have a new LEGO game. I've always been a huge fan of the LEGO video game series, all the way back to the original LEGO Star Wars, so I'm very excited to share the new LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 with you. Players can join iconic superheroes and supervillains from different eras and realities as they go head-to-head with the time-traveling Kang the Conqueror. The gameplay is very fluid and responsive based on my own experience running it on a 5K iMac, and the cutscenes and voice acting are just stunning. Feral has done a good job optimizing the game for macOS as it can run on most Macs, ranging back to 2012.
I am Groot.
An emergency broadcast from Terra?
Earth? Surely Kang isn't there already.
Either way, we gotta get there and warn them.
Why do we gotta help them?
'Cause we're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And finally, number 1, we have Into the Breach. Originally released back in February 2018 for Windows PC, Into the Breach has been ported to macOS. This is good news, guys, as this is one of the best strategy games to come to macOS this year. It might have fairly simple visuals or an art style, I guess, but don't let that fool you. This game is very well polished and is a good gaming experience overall. Players can control powerful mechs to defeat an alien threat. Interestingly, each attempt you make to save the world actually presents a new, randomly generated challenge in a turn-based strategy fashion. It's an easy game to get into, yet it will offer you challenges along the way that will for the most part, keep you on your toes. Into the Breach has low requirements, meaning most Macs can run this game. Isn't that just awesome? Before I go, here are some other games you might enjoy from August 2018. Deiland. Graveyard Keeper. Treadnauts. This is the Police 2. And lastly, Zero G Arena. Those are the top 10 new Mac games of August 2018. What did you think of this month's new Mac games? Are you happy? Are you sad? Did I miss a game? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, guys. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.